Live from the BDN Studios, it's Bang and Dang.
That's awesome.
If you don't like that, then
You ain't black.
All right, welcome back to Outlaws Gunslingers with your host Bang and Dang, and we're on to a different motorcycle club, which is possibly the most popular outside of the Hells Angels, the Outlaws.
Outlaws.
These guys, though, aren't California-based. Illinois they come out of.
Look at these guys, Midwestern fucks.
441 chapters located in 43 countries.
Damn.
Membership of over 3,000.
Damn.
It's the third largest in the world behind the Angels and the Banditos. Yes, sir. And as usual, they ride Harley-Davidsons. They're also known as the American Outlaws Association. They're incorporated as that, so they're a company just like the Hells Angels are. Yeah. How come these guys could do it? The Hells Angels could do it, but they wouldn't let the Mongols do it. They're, as usual, just like every other biker gang out there, they're designated organized crime syndicate by numerous law enforcement and the international intelligence agencies, which includes the United States Department of Justice, Criminal Intelligence Service Canada, and Europol.
Europol, huh?
Originally forming as the McCook Outlaws M.C. The club was founded by Electromotive Company employees at Matilda's Bar on Route 66 in the southwestern Chicago suburb of McCook, Illinois in 1935.
Oh, damn.
John Davis was reportedly the founder of the club. Although inactive during World War II, the Outlaws reformed afterwards and attended the first major post-war motorcycle rally, which was, at Soldier Field in Chicago, May of 1946.
Look at these guys.
So these guys are predate the old Hells Angels.
Fantastic. By 1950, the club had begun recruiting members from around the Chicago area, and they was renamed the Chicago Outlaws M.C. after relocating his headquarters to the south side of the city.
Oh, shit, White Sox.
Ooh-wee. 1964.
Right? White Sox South Side?
South side. 1964. Outlaws merged with the cult biker club from Voorheesville, New York. All right. The Gypsy Outlaws of Milwaukee, and also the Gypsy Raiders in Louisville, becoming the largest one-percenter club east of the Mississippi.
Oh, man.
And the second largest in the United States after the California-based Hells Angels. 1st of January, 1965. Everybody's hungover from the party the night before. The various aligned clubs incorporated as
They're probably not even sleeping yet.
Right. The various aligned clubs incorporated as, you guessed it, the American Outlaws Association. The Outlaws further expanded into Florida in July of 1967 by patching over the Iron Cross Club in West Palm Beach.
And they're just going at it, huh?
Good for them.
The club featured in a work of photojournalism called The Bike Riders, published in 1967 by Danny Lyon, which was a collection of photographs and interviews documenting the lifestyle of members of the club in the 60s. Lyon, he spent 4 years riding with Outlaws Chicago chapter beginning in 1963, and he became a full-fledged member of the club in an attempt to record and glorify the life of American bike rider.
Fantastic.
The Bike Riders preceded Hells Angels, The Strange and Terrible Saga of the Outlaw Motorcycle Gangs by Hunter S. Thompson.
Okay.
Who, if you recall, Sonny Barger called Hunter S. Thompson basically a fraud and a piece of shit.
Right.
Hunter S. Thompson warned Lyon that he should get to hell out of that club unless it's absolutely necessary for photo action.
During the early 70s, a power struggle for control of the Outlaws developed between a faction of beer drinkers and a rival group of the club members who preferred to smoke marijuana.
Oh, geez, like you can't just do both?
John Davis, the reputed
The
founder.
marijuana guys are all high. Like, these degenerates getting all drunk. You don't see us doing that. We're just high on weed.
Right, fuckers. John Davis, the reputed founder of the Outlaws, was killed by a pot smoker.
Oh, no.
And a Vietnam veteran during a shootout near Lakeshore Drive on the north side of Chicago as a result of the feud. Uh-oh.
All right, well, there's that. Let's take a look at, they all have to have a feud with the Hells Angels.
Got to.
Their long-standing rival with the Angels began when 3 Hells Angel bikers were executed by outlaw members in Fort Lauderdale, Florida, April 27, 1974.
Damn.
The triple murder was carried out in retaliation for the earlier beating of an outlaw by an Angel, which took place in New York, December 31st. They're preparing to watch the ball drop. That was in 1973.
Nice.
The Angels declared war on the Outlaws during a club summit held in Cleveland later in 1974.
All right.
The conflict resulted in hundreds of fatalities in each club in the following decades.
Yeah.
Damn, dude. So these dudes are at war with the Outlaws, at war with the Mongols, at war with the Banditos in some places. Jeez.
Fantastic.
Well, like I would say, these guys, like
Right.
this is about the Outlaws.
Right. In 1977, the Outlaws became an international club when several chapters of the Satan's Choice Motorcycle Club in Canada patched on over to become an AOA member. The club further expanded internationally They went to France in
France
1993.
first, huh?
Down Under in 1994. And Norway in 1995.
Norway.
Wow. Bunch of Vikings, huh? Additional chapters were subsequently established throughout Europe. In November 2006, the Outlaws became the first major outlaw motorcycle club to open a chapter in the Far East when a full charter was awarded to a club in Okinawa.
Okinawa City?
Okinawa.
Japan? Oh,
They
wow.
probably had to ride like Kawasaki's and shit.
Japan, dude. That's the first club that's had a Japan.
Yeah, I think so.
Taiwan had one,
Right.
but Hell's Angels and I think that was it.
No, wasn't there one in Nagasaki?
No. Might have been. I don't think so, though. Well, the Outlaws' original insignia consisted of a head-on view of a motorcycle in a winged circle, which was hand-painted onto the back of members' jackets. Oh, that probably didn't last long.
Nah.
1950, the club's logo was changed. A small skull replaced the winged motorcycle, and Old English-style letters were adopted.
Okay.
This design was embroidered, this time, on a black shirt or hand-painted onto the leather jacket. Influenced by the fictional Black Rebel Motorcycle Club depicted in the film The Wild One, the Outlaws added crossed pistons affixed to the original small skull in 1954, a design embroidered on a black Western-style shirt with white piping.
The skull and cross pistons logo, known as Charlie,
Oh, Charlie.
was redesigned in the year of 1959, making it larger and with more detail.
Oh, well, okay.
The Club Charlie insignia is a registered trademark. In 1963, the Outlaws began wearing a diamond-shaped 1%er patch, becoming the first club east of the Mississippi to do this. The 1%er...
This side of the Mississippi.
Right. The 1%er emblem was originally adopted by several California biker clubs beginning in 1960.
Yes, it was. After incorporating as the American Outlaws Association in 65, the club added an additional AOA patch to its colors,
Oh, fantastic.
featuring an upstretched middle finger and a rounded triangle.
Oh.
The AOA emblem was adopted as a parody of the AMA logo, American Motorcyclists Association, which is A's with stars in the center and blue A's, red M. A patch listing a member's rank within the organization is also worn by the club officers. An SS patch featuring twin lightning bolts is allegedly awarded to members who have committed murder, attempted murder, or a bombing on behalf of the club. If the SS badge, you know, it's basically the S's in the KISS logo.
Right.
Nazis. A black and white color scheme is associated with the Outlaws, as is Totenkopf imagery. Literally, a dead person's head is the German word for skull. Okay. As is Totenkopf imagery, which is skulls, symbols such as a hand clenching a pistol, and paraphernalia featuring the phrases support black and white and support your local outlaws, or SYLO, silo.
Wow. 1969, the club adopted the motto, God forgives, outlaws don't.
GFOD.
GFOD. The Outlaws' rivalry with the Angels has given rise to other phrases used by outlaw members, namely, adios, which is a Spanish word for goodbye, but in this case, doubling as an acronym for Angels Die in Outlaw States.
Well, damn.
And all angels must die, or Ahama. Ahamd. Amd. Snitches are a dying breed, as well as the more generic Outlaws Forever, Forever Outlaws. These are the mottos used by the club.
Cool.
Patches featuring these various abbreviations are commonly worn.
I would assume they would be. Well, to be eligible for Outlaws membership, applicants must be white and men over the age of 21 and also be in possession of an American-made motorcycle of at least 750cc. Outlaws in the United States and Canada are essentially limited to riding Indian, Victory, and Harley-Davidsons.
Damn right.
Outside of North America, however, this rule has been relaxed, clearly.
Right.
Allow members to ride motorcycles manufactured in any country, provided they are in the chopper style, though. You can't be riding no
Right.
road bike or...
No little rice burner,
Right.
Suzuki or something.
Right.
Yeah. The following 5 criteria are considered when evaluating an aspiring outlaw member. 1. Owns and rides a Harley.
Clearly not.
Dos. Is competent in the mechanics of motorcycles.
Oh, that's a good one. At least you got to have people that know what the hell they're doing with engines and shit.
3. Lives a lifestyle congruent with biker subculture and treats other righteous bikers as bros.
Hey, biker bros.
4. Is viewed by society as masculine in outlook, behavior, and sexual orientation.
Can't be gay, dude.
Nope. And 5. Does not conform to the worldly values, but instead conforms to the lifestyle of the club.
All right. Those are stupid rules.
Yeah.
To be formally inducted into the club, applicants have to be sponsored by a member, and they begin as an associate or hang-around in order to assist the chapter before being made a prospective member or a prospect. If he is approved by the club, then a prospect is moved up to probationary or probate status, which a position in which he is required to demonstrate his commitment to the club.
Yeah, he's doing all kinds of tough shit.
Right. It could be as simple as fetching breakfast for the club or literally murdering somebody, probably. A probate is identified by wearing a mandatory patch on a cutoff leather or denim vest reading probationary outlaws.
You think, too, though, man, putting those patches on there like that when he is about to do something, and if there's another biker gang there, they're going to see that and be like, watch out
this
for
dude's, right. Yeah, I guarantee you, like,
if anybody's doing anything, it's that piece of shit.
So, Sit's going to break out, slit his throat first.
Right. The probationary period typically lasts about 7 months. The highest level membership in the Outlaws is patched or patch-wearing member.
Right.
Which is attained by a unanimous vote of each chapter.
Or unanimous.
Upon becoming a full-fledged member.
That means not even one person can be like, no, I don't like this dude.
Right. Upon becoming a full-fledged member, an outlaw is permitted to wear a vest bearing the club's insignia, known as colors. He is also to attend weekly church meetings, quote-unquote. The patch on a member's colors displaying the Outlaws emblem, surrounded by other patches denoting chapter and club membership info, which are called rockers.
Right. These rocker patches are purchased directly from the international president. Oh. He's over there making them. Club rules dictate that the Outlaws patches must be worn on leather or black denim. Oh, wow. Blue denim is banned. Oh. And that club regalia is not allowed to be worn by members' wives or girlfriends. No. Women affiliated with the club, known as old ladies, are, however, allowed to wear vests with patches reading property of the Outlaws. Outlaws are then instructed to guard their colors with their lives. It is forbidden for any item bearing the club's logo to touch the floor. It's also forbidden for any, basically, motorcycle gang for, like, cops to get a hold of your shit.
Right.
This was a couple weeks ago. Who was it? It was a lesser-known biker gang, I think, in Florida, but sheriff was busted a bunch of people and went up for a press conference and held one of their denim vests up with and clowned them, dude. Whoever's vest that was probably he's not doing too well right now.
Right. Members are required to pay dues, $1,200 per year.
That's not bad.
Right. And they also have to attend local, regional, and national events. They are obligated to attend church meetings, which are held weekly, and club motorcycle trips, parties, which may last several days, known as runs. They're held throughout the year. So, that, I mean, you just got to stop what you're doing and do this shit.
Basically.
You better hope you have a understanding boss. These guys ain't working.
Right.
What am I thinking? National runs take...
Clearly.
Right. National runs take place 3 or 4 times per year. Regional runs occur between 5 and 20 times a year. And local runs typically every week.
That's just going down to the bar.
Right.
Membership dues are divided between the chapter and the region and are used to finance activities such as car bombings, such as memorials and group excursions.
Oh, nice.
Outlaw members are usually assessed a fee if a fellow club member is in need of legal assistance. It is required for all members other than chapter presidents to take turns providing 24-hour armed guard at Outlaws clubhouses.
Ooh.
Indiscipline and rule breaches are punished with a $300 fine.
Oh, that's not too bad.
Members are also instructed by the club to attend funerals of fellow outlaws.
Obviously. Come on, if you don't, you're a piece of shit. Additionally, outlaw members reportedly transfer their membership from chapter to chapter more frequently than members of other prominent motorcycle clubs. Regarding contact with non-club members, outlaws are required to adhere to a strict no-comment policy. After a year of membership in the club, outlaws are eligible to sport a tattoo of the club's emblem, as well as a club slogan such as, God forgives, outlaws don't.
Jihad.
Or Jihad.
After 5 years, club members may have replicas of their colors tattooed on their backs.
Oh.
Additional tattoos may reflect membership information. Allegedly, a member who has killed or attempted to kill for the Outlaws is permitted to wear the SS logo. And incarcerated outlaw members are known as lounge lizards, of which the club maintains a list and collects money on behalf of.
Damn right.
Jeez. An outlaw who has served a prison sentence is entitled to receive an LL or lounge lizard tattoo. Other tattoos common with club members include the acronym, like we said before, All Hells Angels Must Die. HAMD.
I mean, that's a little rough.
Why is it always Hell's Angels? Because the Mongols had something similar to that, too. Mm-hmm. I don't see Hell's Angels. All Mongols must die. All outlaws. Suck dick.
Members, they can actually leave their club in either bad standing, good standing, or retirement, or deceased. Retired outlaws are permitted to wear a dress shirt, retirement style, according to the club's bylaws.
Oh, so it's probably like a polo or some shit like that with the logo on it or something. That's cool.
That'd be nice. Some club leaders, however, such as James Big Jim Nolan, have at times upheld a ban on members retiring from the Outlaws altogether.
Like, you want to leave? Outlaw
James.
chapters are governed by an elected officer corps, which, if you've been listening to any of our motorcycle stuff, you know it's a president, VP, treasurer, sergeant at arms, or enforcer.
Oh.
Chapters follow guidelines that dictate election procedures, gatherings, and action against members who have violated the club's bylaws.
Mm-hmm.
Like we said earlier, the club has 441 chapters in 43 countries, and that's in Asia, Europe, and North America. Oh, they didn't get into Africa.
Fantastic.
Hells Angels are in Africa.
Well, they count Australia as Asia?
Isn't it? No, because it's a continent, right? Right. What's up with that? And Australia.
Each chapter is headquartered at a clubhouse.
Yeah.
Which is typically a building
Severed by walls. All right. You got a couple doors, maybe some windows.
fuck. Oh, man. Which is typically a building secured by concrete walls, steel doors, razor wire, guard dogs, and, of course, video surveillance. Clubhouses are used to host church, quote-unquote, meetings and parties. Chapter presidents report to regional presidents, who oversee individual regions, which are divided by name and color, such as the red and blue regions. Regional president, in turn, reports to the club's international president, who heads the Outlaws organization as a whole.
Okay. Officers at the national, regional, and local levels are elected by memberships of the club.
Okay.
According to law enforcement, the Outlaws Internal Enforcer Squad is known as the SS, clearly.
Right.
The Outlaws territory in the United States is divided into 10 color-coded regions.
Okay.
You got the black region, Indiana and Michigan.
All right.
The blue region, Pennsylvania. The copper region, North Carolina, South Carolina, Virginia. The gold region, Wisconsin. The gray region, Tennessee. The green region, Kentucky, Ohio, Oklahoma. The orange region, which is Florida.
Makes sense.
The red region, New England and the Philadelphia metro area. Silver region, which is Alabama and Georgia, and the white region, which is Illinois.
Oh.
They kept the white region
they did.
for the originals.
Formerly, the club's territory was divided into three areas. Central, headquartered in Chicago. North, that's in Detroit. South, which was Oklahoma City.
Oh, okay. One of those are not like the others.
Right. The Outlaws International Headquarters has historically been centered in the Midwest.
Makes sense.
South Side Chicago chapter was designated the club's mother chapter in 1964 and is known as the mothership among outlaws. During the presidency of Harry Taco Bowman from 1984 to 1999, the Outlaws leadership was based in the city of Detroit.
All right. Damn.
Nice.
Well, Bowman's successor, James Big Frank Wheeler, he relocated the club's headquarters to Tampa, Florida.
All right.
Subsequent Outlaws International president, Jack Rosga, he was based in Milwaukee. In April 2021, Assistant U.S. Attorney Joseph Trippy, he alleged in court papers that the current international president of the Outlaws is John Ehrman.
Okay.
He's also the general manager of Farrell's Gentleman Club in Cheektowaga, New York.
Oh, right.
So that's probably their headquarters.
Maybe. Each major outlaw chapter maintains 1 to 5 support clubs, smaller motorcycle clubs which are within the outlaw sphere of influence. Members of such clubs are permitted to attend outlaw events and wear support patches, which identify them with the outlaws. And they are also required to perform menial tasks. And they also have guard duties on the outlaws' behalf.
Yeah, they're bitches.
According to law enforcement, outlaws utilize support clubs to carry out retail-level drug distribution and also violent crimes. This is in order to insulate the club from possible criminal liability, which makes sense.
Why don't the Mafia do that?
Right.
The official and primary support club for the Outlaws is the Black Pistons Motorcycle Club,
All right.
which is active internationally. Other support clubs range from local groups such as the Undertakers MC in Lexington, Kentucky, to regional clubs like the Chosen Few MC, which is based in Canada and upstate New York.
All right.
Although the Outlaws are a white-only club, the group support clubs include African-American MCs, such as the Outcast MC.
Okay.
In Norway, the Outlaws oversee the Black and White Crew, which is a street crew in which members are not required to own a motorcycle. You just go around and you do our bidding.
Right. There's a gang. The outlaws are classified by various law enforcement agencies in the United States. It's one of the big 4 motorcycle gangs, along with, you guessed it, the Bandidos, the Pagans, and the Angels. Department of Justice contends that the club is involved in organized crime, including drug trafficking, extortion, money laundering, prostitution, weapons, and violent acts directed at rival clubs. One recurring allegation is that the Outlaws are responsible for the production and distribution of meth.
One recurring allegation. I'm pretty sure, I mean, you literally cannot be a biker club without meth.
Right. Law enforcement intelligence agencies internationally, including the Criminal Intelligence Services of Canada and Europol, also consider Outlaws as a criminal organization ready for destruction.
Well, as you might guess, members have continuously denied the Outlaws are an organized crime syndicate. They asserted that the club is simply a group of motorcycle enthusiasts who live a non-conventional lifestyle and described allegations by investigators and prosecutors as exaggerated.
Right.
The Outlaws website features a statement reading, "The government has labeled the Outlaws MC a criminal organization and all its members as criminals simply because they are members. This is one of the most untrue and unjust statements ever made concerning our club. Each and every day throughout America and the world, members of law enforcement, religious, fraternal organizations, as well as many other groups are convicted of criminal activity."
Yes.
It's true. Their membership is not universally labeled as criminals. A saying used by members of the club is, "Outlaws we are, Rico we are not."
Oh, all right. Liars.
Well, you know, the whole shtick that
Right.
the Angels and the Mongos.
Yeah.
We're just a club. Right. Some of us might do some things, but doesn't mean we're a criminal organization.
Yeah, happens.
Well, let's take a look at crimes around the world before next month's episodes. Well, we just good news, everybody. We just extended Arts and Crafts times by 4 hours today.
Right.
My fingers hurt.
Oh, let's see what the Outlaws did.
We're going to run through the crimes in the world.
All right.
With this episode, and then we'll probably do the two famous club presidents, the most famous ones on these guys, and then we'll end with crimes in the United States.
Oh.
So we're going to have 4 months of the Outlaws, buds.
Fantastic.
Cool.
Right. First of those world criminal organizations is Belgium. Outlaws are considered as a criminal motorcycle gang by the Belgian Federal Popo. The club's first chapter in Belgium was formed in Mechelen on the 5th of March in 1999. In April of 2000, after everybody's computer still worked.
Well, yeah, 4 months ago.
Right. The full patch member, John Warders, was murdered by an outlaw, Andre Renard, in the presence of 2 other outlaws on the club's domain in Mechelen. All 3 members were given life sentences for the murder of their fellow outlaw member.
Well, among one of them was the brother-in-law of the victim. According to the 3 convicted outlaws, the murder took place after an argument escalated.
Son of a bitch.
Upon escalation, Waters, he supposedly aimed a gun at his brother-in-law, after which he himself was killed.
Oh.
It was largely believed that the murder was not the result of an escalated discussion, but rather an execution approved by the club's hierarchy.
Yeah. He was like, motherfucker.
Right.
4th of October 2009, several Angels and allied Red Devils, they performed a raid on an outlaws clubhouse in Kortrijk, Belgium. Shots were fired. 3 outlaws wounded before the Angels and the Red Devils comrades fled the scene. The incident occurred after members of the outlaws supposedly pushed over a motorcycle belonging to the Red Devils president, Johan F. This happened in Mookskron.
Why are you pushing over people's bikes?
Don't do that. He just wants to die.
Right. Well, the raid is also thought to be part of a territorial dispute between the Angels and the Red Devils on one side and the Outlaws on the other, clearly.
I'm sure that was part of it.
Several months before the raid, July 24, 2009, members of the Devils and Angels, quite the combination, they already retaliated by setting fire to motorcycles outside an Outlaws clubhouse. Eventually, 6 Hells Angels and 2 Red Devils were convicted for attempted murder and given sentences ranging from 5 to 20.
Damn. 21st of May, year 2011. 1 full patch member, 1 prospect, and 1 supporter of the Belgium Outlaws shot, murdered by rival bikers of the Belgian Hells Angels. The killings took place in Eisden, not far from Maasmechelen, where the Outlaws had opened a new clubhouse just several days earlier. 2 days after the murders, several Angels were linked to the murder and arrested, including, you guessed it, son of a bitch, president of the Zwartberg chapter. We don't know the name.
Zwartberg. The funeral of the full patch member, Freddie Putt. He was joined by some 200 outlaws from across. It was attended by some 200 outlaws from across Europe.
Nice.
When none of their American brethren come.
Right.
Probably can't.
Right.
The investigation concerning the murders in Eisden is ongoing, and it's made difficult because within both the Angels and the Outlaws, there's a code of silence.
Damn right there is.
In response to these murders, the Belgian army has investigated the possibility of removing members of criminal motorcycle gangs from their ranks, since two of the primary suspects were paracommandos or higher ups.
Oh, look at that.
Damn.
With the Belgian army. 24th of December, everybody's packing their stockings, putting out their milk and cookies for Santa.
They celebrate Christmas in Belgium.
In 2012, during a rock
Probably they do.
They probably do.
Festivities begin on December 6th, St. Nicholas Day. Well, he's from around that area, ain't he? Austria?
Yeah, Norway, somewhere around there, right?
It's the real St. Nick guy that he's based off is Austrian, I think.
During a rock concert in Dilson, Stockholm, members of the Angels were attacked by members of the Outlaws. Several Angels were inside the Nieuwenborg Hall listening to the evening's rock band, finishing their final songs.
Oh, the last one.
It was about 1:30 a.m. Several outlaws armed with expandable batons, which was illegal.
Baton.
Which are illegal in Belgium. They arrived at the scene. The situation quickly escalated into a brawl with 3 wounded as a result. The Popo quickly arrived at the scene in large numbers. One of the wounded, 41-year-old man, suffered an open fracture to the leg.
Oh, no. That means his bone was sticking through, guys.
Yes.
Kevin Ware. All right, the Outlaws, they entered Canada July 1st, 1977, when a number of Satan's Choice chapters, which was under the leadership of Garnet McEwen, they call him Mother, they patched over to join the Outlaws. In Canada, the Outlaws claimed 7 chapters and membership of approximately about 60 mofos. Going to Newfoundland and Labrador, the Outlaws 2 chapters in Newfoundland and Newfoundland and Labrador are based in Grand Falls, Windsor, and Gander.
Let's take a look at Ontario. Oh, Ontario. The Outlaws remained the largest club in Ontario until the year of 2000. The club has 4 chapters in that very province: Toronto, Ottawa, South Simcoe, and Sault Ste. Marie. 1981, Satan's Choice made an alliance with the Lobos and the Chosen Few gangs against the Outlaws. 17th of July, 1983, a bus carrying 2 Angels shot up in Wawa by a group of outlaws led by Mario Parent. They call him Mike the Wop. Mike the Wop. Oh. On the 17th of September, 1983, what's up with the 17th? 17th of September, 1983, an outlaw, David Eugene Sequin, went on a shooting rampage when he stormed into the clubhouse of the Chosen Few. That was in Emeryville.
Yeah. Well, he killed 3 people, wounded 3 more. One of those he killed was the national president of the Chosen Few, Edward Bruce Morris. Oh, no. In 1984, the Outlaws entered Toronto when their national president, Stanley Beamer McConnery.
Okay.
He persuaded the Iron Hogs. It's Hogs with the H-A-W-G-S.
All right.
Persuaded them to patch over to the Outlaws.
Okay.
July of 85, Sequin, who had fled to the United States, was killed in a shootout with the Popos in Steger, Illinois.
Fantastic.
When he chose to resist arrest. He said, "You're not taking me alive, coppers."
Right. Wow. Kingston Outlaws chapter. President William Holcole. They call him Wild Bill, of course. It was so original. He died of natural causes at Quinte Detention Center in Napani. This was on the 12th of August, 2002. He was there waiting trial on charges of sexual assault on a girl under the age of 14.
Bikers like to do that, apparently, man.
And with using a weapon during that assault. Why do we need a weapon with the 14-year-old girl? Just punch her in the face.
Not advised to do anything with a 14-year-old.
Holco's funeral was held in Sault Ste. Marie on the 18th of August, 2002. And it conducted entirely by members of the Outlaws and their support club, the Black Pistons. Did they know why he was in prison and all this? And they still
I would assume so.
backed him?
On September 25th, 2002, the Outlaws were the subject of Project Retire by the Ontario Provincial Police that saw 56 outlaws arrested.
Okay.
April 15th, 2007, Marcus Cornelise. He was questioned by the police about violating his bail conditions, leading him to attack and beat the 2 police officers.
No.
Corliss, he was arrested the next day. He beat up cops and then got away for a day.
I guess.
He then made a plea arguing with the Crown that he would serve a year in prison for assaulting the cops, in exchange for which he was forbidden to associate with other outlaws.
Oh, that's it? Oh, fuck. William Mello, Outlaw National Secretary, found to have on his farm loaded 10mm handgun, 50 rounds of ammo, 12-gauge shotgun, a little over $11,000 in cash. This was hidden in his old Cadillac. In exchange for a plea bargain, Mello pled guilty to having a handgun without a license, in exchange for which he accepted he was not to associate with other outlaws. With the exceptions of the outlaw national president, Mario Parent, and Luis Ferreira, all of the outlaws arrested in Project Retire made plea bargains, which crippled the outlaws.
Now, recently, the Outlaws, they've clashed with the Loners in at least one incident in Cornwall.
Oh.
The Loners relocated their chapter from Cornwall to Brockville around 2020 following an aggressive investigation into its alleged drug trafficking. July 8, 2023, members of the Loners and Outlaws were involved in an altercation in Cornwall, which police believe was targeted.
Oh.
One person shot, 2 stabbed, but not life-threatening.
Okay. 5 people arrested and charged, with details yet to be released. Less than 36 hours later, the Outlaw Clubhouse in Brockville destroyed by fire. The fire was deemed suspicious because of the building's ownership and the presence of accelerants in the building. The Popo are not linking the two events, though.
Not yet.
A series of raids in southwestern Ontario earlier in the month saw the police seize a large quantity of drugs as well as weapons, including 2 sniper rifles. The police stated that results of the raid showed that the Outlaws and other MCs were expanding to smaller communities and that they are able and willing to use deadly force. Take a look at Quebec, that old, big, old, huge province of Quebec.
Well, they're not allowed there.
On the 15th of February, 1978, 2 outlaws shot outside the Montreal bar, sparking a biker war with the Hells Angels that lasted until 1984. Ooh, the 6-year war. I'm going across the pond now, huh?
All the way to UK. Outlaws, they expanded into UK in February 2000 after amalgamating the Midland Outlaws, which was an independent club which had been in existence since 92. The club has approximately 150 members and 14 chapters in England and Wales, and is primarily based around the Warwickshire, Staffordshire, South Wales, Derbyshire, Shire? Shire? Sorry, guys. Not really. Birmingham and London. The British faction of the Outlaws took over the club's European presidency in early 2007.
Take a look at what England has. 20th October 1996. Outlaws member Anthony Stevens and a group of friends. They're damaging cars parked outside the Plough pub in Coventry when they were asked to leave the premises by the pub DJ. Stevens shot the man in the face. Subsequently fled to Ireland, but was arrested when he arrived at Birmingham Airport in November of 2013. April 2016, sentenced to 3 years in prison after being convicted of causing a grievous bodily harm at Warwick Crown Court.
Guessing the guy didn't die then.
Wow.
Well, it takes us to Wales, where the first Welsh outlaw chapter was formed in 93 following a patch over of the Henchmen, which they were founded in North Wales in 1969. The West Wales chapter originated as the Strays MC in 1979. The South Wales chapter is the most recent. Outlaws came under investigation of Dyfed Powys Police when they informed North Wales Police of drug exchanges between members of the club's North and West chapters.
All right, look at that shit. Worked out. 2 outlaws found in possession of 2 kilograms of amphetamine when the Popos searched their vehicle in Bettisdecoid on the 14th of August in 2008. Mobile phones seized from the 2 were examined, and pattern emerged of regular calls between Outlaws European President Stuart Ian Dawson, they call him Dink, and West Wales chapter president Michael Burns. And also there was another club member, Michael Byrne.
Burnin' Barnes.
Right. September 2009. The Popo discovered cocaine after raiding the Outlaws Clubhouse in Colwyn Bay.
Another 2 kilos of amphetamine were recovered from the roof lining of a van stopped by Popos on the A55 road. They don't even name the roads. Just like, this is the A55.
That's a name.
I guess. That happened 11th of November 2009.
Oh.
May 21st, 2010, 3 Outlaws members, Dawson, Byrne, and Adrian John Sheriff. They were convicted at Carnarvon Crown Court of conspiring to supply more than 40,000 euro of drugs. Dawson, Byrne, sentenced to 5 years imprisonment, while Sheriff was sentenced to 4 years. Barnes, he was cleared of conspiracy. 4 other men involved in the drug ring received prison terms varying between 18 months and 2.5 years for their roles.
Beautiful.
Furthermore, June 25th, 2012, Mold Crown Court banned Dawson and Sheriff from holding office in the club.
Okay. I'm sure they did. Good luck. All right. How can you ban them?
Why can't you? That's it. Outlaws.
Outlaws.
Well, Outlaws for the
World.
world or their history and world crime, but we'll have 3 more episodes. Their version of Sonny Barger and George Christie, basically. And then we'll obviously take a look at crimes in America with these guys. So we got a few more episodes of these, but next week we'll be back for Remastered. We'll be back for that next week. So we'll see you then, Mother Michigan, as we
Dang, dang.